Game 3, last round.
Last game to commentate for the day. It's been a heck of a day. There's
Fun
been
times.
some really interesting armies out there.
Yeah, and I'm glad we got a pretty one on the table to
We got
finish.
2 really pretty ones.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So we got on the premier table. Who do we have?
Premier table, playing for the tournament.
Oh, it's
is playing for the tournament.
Wow.
So is Erik playing his
Execution Force.
Execution
Yeah,
Force.
Elysian, Grey
Elysian
Knights.
and Grey Knights.
Yeah.
Is there some?
That's
Is
what
there
that's what he told me.
There's an assassin in there?
Is there?
I saw some guy with a skull. Yeah, there's some
Oh,
assassins.
there we go. There's some
Yeah,
assassins.
there's an assassination force in
There's
there.
an
It's
assassination.
execution
There
force.
we go. There we go.
And then
Adam again.
and Adam's back on here with his custodes plus guard and Imperial Fist.
There we go.
Yeah.
But we'll call him Imperial Fist.
And they're playing Mission 3.
Mission 3. Yeah, maybe we get
And you're only doing your own deployment zone. Right. Second turn on. Yep.
We'll see if we can get one of those sheets.
Yeah, right. The thing when you run a tournament is everybody loses their sheet.
Yeah,
So you have
everybody's.
to give yours.
And someone stole our Mission 3, so out of this pile of paper, we have no Mission 3.
And baby carriers, each one has a...
We're just going to steal Dave's for a hot second. We'll give this back to him.
Yeah, we'll give it back.
He won't notice.
So he's got a teleporter.
So we'll take a look at Mission 3.
Mission 3.
So there are 4 objective markers on this one, and they're just placed in a cross.
I've got 2
And
Is
the
that the
bonus...
2? Oh, I see. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
the middle of the table,
Yeah.
kind of toward the middle line, the 2 middle lines. Got it.
And this one is if you hold all 4 objective markers, you get a point.
Okay, we'll take a look at the other ones here in a second.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see them right there very clearly. They have really
Yep.
easy to see
Really
objective
nice.
markers.
Wow.
Yep.
Perfect.
And all you've got to do is hold all 4.
You do it.
Yeah, super easy. Just grab all 4.
That seems simple with these 2 armies. So we have seen the Imperial Fist before.
Yeah. They're
What do you
actually
think they're gonna do with it?
actually with the shield captains,
They're pretty mobile.
they're very mobile. They should be able to grab them.
Yeah.
The Elysian drop troops though can be everywhere.
Anywhere you want.
So they have a good chance, and they're troops, which means they're OBSEC.
Right.
So if Adam doesn't lock them down quickly, he may have a problem later.
Gotcha. Now
really-
we've seen Adam use his scouts. Very interesting
Yeah,
scout deployments.
use them for various reasons.
Yeah.
I think it's going to depend on the deployment map they get. If they get the Dawn of War or the long ways, then I think the scouts become far more useful because they can actually deploy onto the 2 midfield objectives
Okay. Yep.
and be holding 3 of them to start the game and deny all the Elysians from dropping in.
That could be pretty effective.
Yeah, that's gonna be a huge pain, and I mean they'll get cleaned up eventually, but to start the game, you can prevent them from getting in.
You know what I want to know though?
Yep.
Are we going with recon again?
I guarantee they take recon.
Guarantee
I guarantee they're taking recon. Well, the Elysians can get it
They
easily
can get it
because they can drop into all 4 table corners on table 2 and just start racking
Start
points.
racking up secondary.
And the shield captain should be able to just hop over.
Hop around and with his scouts.
Yeah.
I think we got 2 recon takers again. We were saying no one should take this.
It's a trap.
We've seen recon every single game.
Exactly.
At least from one player,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Everybody
I love
loves-
it when we're like super.
It seems super doable.
You die, you
Yeah, I wonder who will get it because I don't think recon is something both players get quite often. I don't know if both of them are going to be able to rack up those points very long.
I think you see it more with people who have played a ton of it or their army over and over and over, where they get used to it. Otherwise, they're just wasting a lot of movement, not killing things.
Not killing.
And I think that's what you get a little obsessed with, is just getting into range and doing things, and not so much the grabbing of that objective, which can be really crucial at the end. Because if you're going to go recon,
Yes,
that's actually more important than killing something sometimes.
it can be.
Yeah.
Because like we said, you don't have to kill
You don't
things
have
to
to
win.
kill anything to win.
It's just the funnest way to do it.
Yeah,
We think.
yeah.
We like a bunch of dice.
And that's
Getting-
why Nurglings are so good.
That is why
If you just spam Nurglings,
you could win a lot of games.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
yeah, you don't have to kill anything. They're just really hard to kill.
They don't want to kill. Nurglings actually
No,
don't want to
they
kill.
just want to
they
hug.
want to hug. They
Yeah.
want to be your friend.
Yeah.
They're there for you.
Yep.
What are the other ones we have looking at? We won't go to their tables quite yet, but
Yeah.
what are the other matchups we have?
So we got Dave with his, I think we saw his Eldar plus
Craftworld
Harlequins
Yep.
against Jordan, who's playing his Necrons.
Yes.
Yeah, his
Getting to
Necron
see
force over
Necrons
there.
again.
I've seen those Necrons before. They look a lot like Twan's old Necrons. Strangely painted, almost exactly the same. It's interesting.
Emulated very well.
But he's playing a. He's playing. Looks like a bunch of destroyers.
Satan Shard.
And Shard.
Looks like two. What are those? Those aren't arcs. Those are the.
What are those?
Are those the arcs? What are they called? The barges.
Banishment barges.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. And on our table we got Mike playing with his Eldar Yanari soup.
Yep.
Yep. Soup is still tasty.
Soup is still around.
Soup is still tasty.
It's still a thing in 8th edition.
Yeah. I'm
And
not
then
sure.
Kaleo
And
is
Kaleo is playing his guard plus a bunch of Culexus assassins.
I think so.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Tanks and assassins.
Tanks and assassins.
Tanks and
What
assassins.
more do you need?
Yeah. It's actually very efficient.
Yeah.
But back on our
Premiere.
premier table, our featured table, playing for the win.
Gonna be a very exciting match.
Okay.
I am really stoked.
Rolling off for deployment.
And then you get to roll. That means I get to roll.
Right, because
And board 3. Hopefully not Vanguard.
I don't know these at all.
Did you guys get deployment? Oh.
We just rolled a 3 for deployment, yeah. Yep.
I've got on my phone. Otherwise I'm gonna ask.
I do have it in my bag.
Jordan, you know what deployment map 3 is? Yeah, it's right there. He's got it.
Oh, we got
Oh,
it.
is it freaking quarters?
Oh no, it's the worst.
Table quarters. Search and destroy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so it's here and here,
What's
right?
their what is the deployment they got? Join?
I'll put it up there. Oh, I will put it up there.
Check it out.
It's that quarter and this quarter.
So we are going to.
I'm looking at the board.
We rolled a 3.
Quarters.
We're going to be playing search and destroy, which is table quarters.
Wow.
So you're in the quarter, and there's a 9-inch circle in the middle. This one's actually a really interesting board for ITC. There's a lot of things you can pick up on this particular layout to score on your secondaries. The one main one is behind enemy lines.
Not gonna be a hard one to get.
It used to be. It's hard on a lot of the boards, but on this particular one, it's actually very easy, because behind enemy lines state that you have to have 2 units within 12 inches of your opponent's long edge.
Oh, you can almost start there.
You can start here,
Yeah.
hop over, or deep strike in, and he's going to have nothing to defend it. So a lot of times this becomes really easy to pick up behind enemy lines. You can just squat there with 2 characters the entire game, and just score. So I find this one to actually be really easy. And for recon, this actually becomes not that bad either.
Yeah, not too hard.
Yeah.
You only have 18 inches between the 2 center points.
Yeah, you just have to hop right over
Right
past
over the
here.
line. You gotta go 10 inches, and
Yep.
you're in all 4 quadrants.
Yep.
basically.
And it's on your turn, so you can't get shot off of recon.
You get it, guaranteed.
Yeah. So this one's actually really interesting for recon and for behind enemy
I
lines.
wonder if we just see a race of secondary objectives in this one, because there seems like a lot that you can pretty easily get.
Yeah, it's going to depend.
Now we choose our.
And as you can see with I'll put the main table back up here, but if we kind of remember how that looks,
So wait, you got.
it lines up really nicely for those objectives.
Yeah.
It is lined up quite nice.
Yes, this is an interesting one.
It's gonna
So,
be really interesting.
so what's interesting is neither. So yeah, those objectives are going to be on the edges.
On the very edges of your
Of your deployment
You
zone.
can start holding 2 objectives.
You're going to start holding 2 of them. You should.
You should.
You should.
That's what we would do.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean necessarily
Yeah.
that's what we'll
Now,
do.
whether you can lock them down and hold them, it makes player 2 actually kind of a good incentive, because player 1 is going to be on them.
Right.
You don't have to start on yours, so you can hide back someplace else outside line of
That's
sight,
true.
hop onto it at the end of your player 2 turn, and at the same time shoot them off of theirs. So
that is an interesting idea.
yeah, so that's where the deployment map and the mission matter a lot,
Yeah.
and it really change the outcome of what you're doing.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting. I'm more excited for this now. This
Yeah.
is going to be cool.
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go for. Just when I look at it at the outset.
Maybe the less mobile army might have a little harder time.
The thing is, like the tarantulas and the las cannons
Right.
have the tools to deal with that. So the Elysians and the Grey Knight Dread Knights are gonna have to
Get creative.
deep strike or shunt, that teleport thing they do.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to do that very effectively,
Right,
before
avoid
they
all
get
that fire.
shut up, and see if they can make this happen.
Could be a quick game. Could be a bit longer. We'll see.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is gonna be no matter what. This is gonna be a volatile game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like our other two tables are still getting set right now.
Fully understanding the game and the objectives is very important, especially in a match of 40K, especially when it's the third round. You know.
Yep.
So can't blame anybody for wanting to take their time and understand fully
Yeah.
what the heck they have to do and how they should best utilize their advantages.
Yeah, and because of the way our scoring went for this team tournament, I think almost everyone is actually still in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody could have a good chance
Yeah.
of coming out.
Yeah. If everything plays out, even the teams who only have 2,000 points at the moment could overtake the top team if they both lose.
Got it.
Yeah. So 2,000 point swing.
It's
Fully in the
possible in a
mix.
team game.
Yeah.
Crazier things have happened in a team game. So definitely going to be excited for that one.
What's up, buddy?
Play at my house with my friends.
How's the beach?
Fucking sneeze at him.
All right.
They die, you know.
Apparently, if you sneeze at the Elysian drop troops, they just
They're
die
dead.
like flies. Yeah. That's why they stay in the air. They drop.
It's basically a floating plasma.
They just attached to a bunch of meat. Alright, so yeah, I'll do.
Looks like they're nailing down the secondary
Yeah,
objectives
going for
they want.
secondaries right now.
As we love to do, we will steal it afterwards.
Yeah.
Take a look at it. Adam's so nice to have it laminated.
Yeah.
Writes all of them down.
You know, Tuan actually made all of those. It was so nice of him. It made it super effective. We could stop killing trees, but what would be the fun of that?
Yeah, come on.
Kill all the trees. This is 40K. There are no trees in the
There's
future.
no trees in the future.
I don't see
There's
any.
no paper.
Look at these boards. There's no trees.
So I have 9 deep strikes. So I do is I just count up on my deep strike. So let's deep strike and error restore. That's 1.
Okay. And so the rule is, refresh my memory, it's not number of units anymore, it's based on power level?
Power level, yep.
So you have to do halves?
I've got 15 drop, 84 power level, and I'm airdropping 42.
Your tank commanders in on 2s or something else?
9 units, okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm only gonna deploy 6 on the board.
Yeah, looks like they're taking a look at their secondaries. Always a good idea to ask what your opponent's stuff does.
Well, guys,
Yeah,
in space.
always nice to,
That deployment now.
you know, definitely with some of them counting so much on how many wounds they have.
Yeah.
Big, what is that one? The Kingslayer one? That one's every 4
Yeah.
wounds is a point.
Every 4 wounds.
You know,
And
if you
then,
put that on a 7-point model, then that's not going to be
yeah.
no value.
And also, there's a lot of Forge World units, which aren't as exotic as they used to be,
Yeah, but they're still different. They're still
Yeah.
interesting. You definitely want to make sure you know what you're going up against.
you don't want that. It does what? You don't want that
Does
moment.
what?
Huh?
I didn't know that.
Oh, I die?
Don't be surprised by the things that are going to happen to you
Yeah.
in the game.
Definitely always ask what
That's the
what does that
that's
thing
the
do?
learning objective.
Yeah. Just because it looks squishy and silly doesn't mean it won't shoot a plasma gun in your face.
Quarter 9.
Yeah. These are back here, by the way.
Art.
Yeah, those are supposed to be more. I think they got shoved forward last game.
Oh,
They shouldn't be that far forward, just so you know.
Feel
Yeah.
free to move anything, but if you're gonna do it,
Yeah.
It's the TO moving tonight.
Yeah. Sorry.
if you do it,
Yeah, somebody shoved some stuff.
Now I'm gonna choose the other side.
Yeah.
Dwayne,
It should
it's your
be.
fault.
Dang it. You're looking good now.
Yep. Yep.
come on, Dwayne. That is a shitstorm of not. Do you want to? Sir, why don't you do something?
Sorry.
That looks weird.
Official move.
Thank you.
There we go. All right.
TO
Wow.
movement. I like
Yeah.
it.
Official movement.
It's fine when we do it, not when they.
Yeah, I'm not gonna-
And no one here has a water cup, so we won't have a water cup moment.
No water cup
No
moments.
water cup moments.
Is that when you flip it upside down? Or...
No, something that happened at the London GT.
Oh my gosh, I remember you were telling me about this.
There was a player who,
Oh, what's this?
I guess, they had a water cup, and I guess it slowly started to move terrain as he would place it on the
Oh
table.
yeah, speaking of which, I'm gonna get a water bottle.
I see.
There is, however, a Mountain Dew bottle.
Watch out for him now.
This is my. I have a table on the side. So nice try. You can't run my name through the mud. I'm saying it's my quarter over here. I am in the tank, so I technically am in the mud.
Exactly.
Still got 9 plus 24. 33. Trade for you?
Yeah, my bad.
No worries.
Did we have any vetoes today?
We did actually for this table.
For who?
Twan originally was going to play on table 1,
Ah,
but after seeing the matchup,
decided to veto.
yeah, put his veto out
The
there.
only one we
Oh,
saw
Twan.
today.
Twan the vetoer.
He wanted Damien. He wanted a piece of Damien.
Face somebody who's now.
All right.
Let's do Plasma Squad.
Alright, so just as a kind of quick update, everyone's still deploying, getting all their missions, secondary objectives kind of sorted out. So we'll let them finish that up with that, and then we'll take a look at the different tables as well. Go back over the mission, see what's going on. But we'll let them finish up deploying first.
Hold me close and let me stay until the sunrise. Just say you'll hold me forever, at least for tonight. It's been so long since I got so close to someone. I know this ain't love, but let me stay a while. And pull me closer tonight, keep holding my hand. I know this ain't love, but let me stay the night. I said let me stay a while. 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 And I said let me stay a while. I said let me stay a No, I don't need a degree to know this ain't love at first sight. 'Cause I know how this works, I got my ABCs right. Oh, so let's play pretend. Say you'll be the one for me. Say you'll be the one for me forever. I know this will end tonight, but you'll be the one for me. Say you'll be the one for me. It's been so long since I got so close to someone. I know this ain't love, but let me stay a while. And pull me closer tonight, keep holding my hand. I know this ain't love, but let me stay the night. I said let me stay a while. 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 And I said let me stay a while.
Good.
We are back.
Maybe we can take a look at the mission.
Taking a look at the mission. Where do they pick their secondaries?
Dread Knights? I think it's 12. I can look once I.
Steal what they looked at.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Adam has his.
Yeah, that's it. We can take a look at Adam's for now.
Yeah. Looks like Adam did not take recon.
What?
Did not take recon.
Okay.
He's got
So
the
what do we
old
have?
school,
Old school.
got the headhunter, and 1,000 cuts. Likes the 1,000 cuts. Second time with the 1,000 cuts. Huh. Sees a lot of squishy Elysians, and he's like, I can take 3. I can kill 15 of those jerks a turn.
I can kill those.
Actually, it's very possible. He's got a
He
bunch
might
of
be able to
firepower.
do
Yeah.
Surprised at the number.
Again, it's the having to kill 3 that bothers me with that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just the amount of shots you need to put out, and then just the reliability can be something. But you can definitely swing a lot of points if you're able to do it.
Yeah, no, but to do all, to get all of it, you gotta kill 3, 6, 9, 12 units. I'm not even sure he has 12 units. And you gotta kill in batches of 3. There's just too much restrictions on what I have to do every turn. I'm just like not about it.
Dwayne doesn't like being told what to do.
No, not
That one is telling him a lot. Let's see if we can find a mission to look at here.
Mission. I'm sure Jordan will let us borrow his mission sheet for a second. He's not using it anymore. We got Jordan's mission sheet.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Never mind. We're good. Okay.
So looking at the mission again.
Yeah. So we got to see it's the cross objectives.
Yep.
And they are set up in this kind of circle formation using those
Yep.
corners.
Yep.
So definitely very interesting. And you get your bonus point if a player holds all 4 objectives at the end of their turn.
Yep.
You get an extra point.
Yep.
I don't know if we'll see that.
Fairly difficult.
I think if someone's getting the bonus point, there is a big indication of how the game's going.
Yeah, if they're everywhere and holding it,
That's no good.
yeah, that might be rough. But
Could be a difficult one.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Got scouts versus drop troops.
Scouts versus drop troops.
Yeah.
They should be finishing up deployment here pretty soon.
Actually, it looks like they've finished up. Nope. Still deploying.
Nope. Still deploying.
Still deploying. It is a game of movement.
Isn't it the strategy before the game begins?
It is now. It's during the play.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep.
So looking at deployments.
Put down the big boss.
Looks we got some clusters of tarantulas.
Yep, we got the tarantula clusters again.
Kind of tarantula up.
There go the shield captains.
Shield captains are down.
They're hanging out.
They're behind a pretty decent screen of stuff. The tarantulas are great as screens. I mean, you have to get through all of them. They're all
Feels
individual.
so bad having to shoot one.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Put all your firepower into a damn tarantula.
1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 2 more. Okay.
He's employing some of the toe tricks again, I see.
Yep. Got the toes.
Back in the
Yeah.
back quadrant.
Okay, touch cover. Looks like we get a sniper assassin up at the top of that building.
Ooh.
And scouts, looks like they've just kind of spread themselves out.
Not a bad plan.
Yeah.
Considering how you get bonus objectives in this.
Yeah. You know what's a little bit difficult with the 8th.
Yeah.
With the ship from 7th is how you place your troops. People still tend to bunch them up or maintain, space them out
Cohesion?
differently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
cohesion. Well, you still have to be in coherency, but
Yeah.
the fact that you get to choose which model dies
Super
is
big difference.
yeah,
Super
real
big change.
different. And also the way that deep striking works. So many things have deep strike,
Yeah.
and they don't deviate like they used to. Oh, we got a laser.
We got a laser pointer.
laser
checking
pointer,
line of
checking
sight.
range, checking
We
line of
don't
sight.
mess around.
You do not. That sniper actually has
Has a laser.
has a laser.
There you go.
Wow. And
Adam, there's no time for thinking.
no.
Now is the time.
Oh, yep. Now is the time for action.
Now is the time for action. Devastator squad.
Yep.
Hitting the table.
Those guys do not They do not
don't
mess
mess
around.
around. No,
No.
those
Those are
guys-
las cannons.
They They show up to kill.
Yeah.
And the standard bearer lets them shoot when they die again. Is that
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's proven to be super useful.
It really is. I
So
mean,
if he's going first, that is at least 2 shots they're on.
yeah. And you're going to get your points back
Yeah.
when they shoot, you know. So,
You've got to.
well. But we'll see what happens with these Dread Knights. I think there's one in the back right now. It's pretty out of line of sight. Doing
Try
what,
to keep him safe.
yeah, doing what he can.
Which I'm guessing that means our Grey Knight player's going second.
He will probably go
You
first.
think so?
Well, I think he has less drops, which means he's +1 on the roll to go first.
You're right.
Yeah. So he should,
Should go first.
which means he probably won't. He'll probably roll a
He
1.
probably will roll a 1. He'll
Yep.
roll a 6.
Yep, and it'll be just done.
And it's done.
Yep.
Those nice, as I like to call them, kind of soft rolls where they give you a little bit of a bonus for
Little bit,
having,
yeah.
they never seem to actually do or
No.
affect anything.
Rarely.
Rarely it seems like that happens.
Yeah. I've also had the bonus, rolled a 6, so I got first turn and then got seized on immediately. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So every list you put together these days should be ready to go second.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's better to be ready for it.
I think our other 2 tables are started already.
Yeah. I guess we
Maybe
could
we'll take a look at
take a look. Yeah, let's take a look at our other 2 games while they finish up deploying.
It's like a train exercise. Dodging, exodus rounds.
So rolling on over to one of our other games.
Awesome.
So we've got some
So,
Craft Worlds
You broke my objective.
and Harlequins up against a bunch of Necrons. Necrons are no, they do not. They are in a very pretty diamond formation in the middle of the table. Look, we got Spearhead.
the veritable death ball.
Yeah. Death Ball formation. And looks like our Craft Craft World Eldar are now taking. Yeah, these are some Reaper shots, I think. Reaper shots coming over, shooting at these Necrons. And we'll see what happens. I assume he's targeting the destroyers.
Targeting dudes.
Targeting the dudes.
Still going off 7, so you drop it.
I can.
Well,
off, or you gonna hold me to it?
No, I probably start shooting.
I'm gonna shoot the dudes.
shooting dudes.
Shooting the dudes.
Shooting the dudes. That's okay.
Yep.
So long as you can get shots, pretty happy with it.
Yep. So that's what we have going there. Looking at our other board, looks like we got a tank gun line motoring up the board.
I forget which.
Yeah, I'll head around this.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So looking on over there, looks like we got tanks motoring up the board. I think they all pop smoke. And then Craft World Eldar are just they're coming. And can't really see where the Eldar are. They look like they're pretty well hidden. Yeah, you got a few of them. Yeah, they're waiting to come out. And I think our Eldar player has quite a bit out. Looks like we got six tanks. 6 tanks.
How many are there when we come back?
Yeah, let's see what happens, because I know there's something awful coming in from the Craft World. Yeah. Alright. So we'll come on back to that and see what happens.
Yeah. See,
And see what kind of damage that those tanks do.
what kind of damage those tanks do.
Meantime.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and spend the see if I get it back on a 6.
Back on the premiere.
If you not get it back, you got a war CP. So these rangers can only get on 6. Okay. Did I get it?
Coming back over to our feature table. Looks like the Custodes got the first turn. Oh, seized! Oh, wow!
First, and I think 2 years.
Oh gosh.
I play like 3 games a year.
I'm sad we missed the seize roll
We
because
did miss the seize roll. Dang it.
apparently the Custodes already knew what was happening.
Yeah. We have all the
Yeah.
these guys dropping in.
Yeah. But
Wow.
they
Drops.
they are bunkered up pretty well,
Yeah.
so it's not like they're just out there waiting to get shot. Looks like they were deployed pretty well to get second turned.
Just in case, like
just
you were saying,
just in case.
You gotta prepare to go second.
Yeah,
in
you
all
should.
these games.
Yeah.
Because if he was out in the open and then he had the seize, whew, that's a feels bad.
2d6 shots remained up. 10 shots.
The scouts are hustling on over towards that objective.
Let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's get in there, boys.
Getting running over there. Scouts are a great unit. Like,
That's what Adam was saying when he was talking about it. He said that he's not a big fan of a lot of the units in the Ultramarines Codex. He
No.
says Scouts are one of the
Scouts are great.
ones
Yeah.
we've taken. And I think we've seen the kind of versatility, the utility of them
Yeah.
in a lot of the games that Adam played today.
They've got all the same shooting.
Yeah.
As long as they're in cover, they've got power armor.
And as we saw, power armor, it saves.
Yep. You get them a cloak, and all of a sudden,
Now you've got something you have to deal with.
Yeah, and well, these are Imperial Fists, but if they go Raven Guard, those are a -1 to hit.
Yeah.
They become a serious pain.
So it looks like Scouts moving off the objective there, leaving the Tarantula to it.
Yeah, the Tarantula's just gonna hold it.
It's gonna hold it.
Yeah.
Sit tight.
And looks like
Checking to
these.
see for deep
Oh,
strikes in the back.
yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, no hole to enter from the
No
back
deep
this time.
strikes back here.
That's also the hardest thing to do on turn 1 is you start moving and you blow up your
Don't-
screen.
Exactly. You don't want to let someone deep strike that back line.
They have to deploy in their zone, right?
What's up?
They have to deploy in their zone, right?
Yep.
Kind of.
Yep.
Kind of.
Yeah. It's not that big a deal.
Wrecked me. When I first heard about that one.
There's still a few units that still can deep strike into your zone on turn 1.
Yeah, like my Harlequin.
Yeah, or things that redeploy.
Yeah.
Cultists can do it. Yeah, Deceiver. There's a bunch of things that can still do it, so don't forget your screen. All of the Gene Stealer cult, which are incoming.
What's that?
Gene Stealer cult. Yeah! Can't wait to start that army back up again. All the infiltration.
Not overcharging.
Because with Celtic, you can move advance.
Why the hell would I do that? Two sixes, no ones, no reroll. 2 wounds, strength 7, make 3.
So it looks like just a bit of movement going on over here. Looks like the Imperial Fists have pretty well locked down their corner of the board. Slowly advanced up one corner.
Alright, let's see here.
So he's got the main turret. If he moves under 5, he's got a skull now. He's got a skull now. Probably can't see them.
So it looks like we're starting up with our shooting phase. The tarantulas typically fire first because they have to fire at the nearest visible infantry unit, which means that based upon their range and what they can see, they're going to have to shoot at something specifically anyway. So before you waste your shots, typically they unload.
They have their own torque. Let me double check.
Right, but there's still
Yes, yeah. Well, we can ask the COs. Do you guys happen to know off the top of your head? Sentry guns have a specific entry where they have to shoot characters if there's nothing else available. Does that in any way get past the no shooting at characters?
You can interrupt me anytime. No, eventually I'll get to the end.
You said 2 up.
So there was a question on whether or not the sentry guns, because it says that they have to target the nearest character or infantry, does that get around if there's a vehicle in front of them? Can they be targeted? And no, it doesn't get around the character targeting.
Trying to sneak them in there, but no,
Yeah.
no go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll do our best. Yeah, they can see, the whole team can see through these windows. This big old model. If you'd like to check that, you totally can. Alright, so
Las cannons.
Las cannons incoming.
Shooting in. Where are they shooting at?
Okay, so I'm taking a 5 up save.
The Dread Knight. Yeah.
rolling once because the count is underneath.
Go for it.
Okay, 4 hits. Wounding on 3 hits. COT 6, right? Wounding on 3. Put them up here. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yep. 4 wounds, sir. 4 invulns.
That's 4.
4 invuln
on the
saves.
Las cannons, 4 invulns
Yep.
for the knight on turn 1.
Well, it's got
It has a
2 up
decent
armor save. It's got a 1 up armor save minus 3. 4.
It's a D3.
I think he's popping something.
Oh, what did you pop?
Heed the prognosticators.
Okay, what's it do?
+1 invul. +1 save.
Okay.
There's another command point reroll. Both hit.
Okay, reroll one of the fails. Okay.
Stealing CP.
I do.
Stealing CP.
Stealing command points.
Okay, so
Huh?
That has come in every
But
game.
I think that was well worth it
Yeah.
because only 3 damage went through from all 4 of those las cannon
That's
hits.
pretty good.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Actually, 4 wounds.
So we got another round of las cannons going in
Ah.
there. He was creative with getting all of those devastators up on top of that cliff there. The ruin.
Okay, all hits. And then drop the dice doesn't count. Okay, alright. Yep.
2 wounds.
2 wounds going in.
Failed both, unfortunately, and we're gonna see the damage.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting fucking
9 damage. That's gonna be the full 12.
I'm pretty sure that.
That's
Yeah. I mean, once you get all those las cannons rerolling to hit and to wound,
yeah.
unfortunately,
That's what he wanted to see.
well, that is a lot of points that just shot at that thing. So, unfortunately, going second,
Sometimes that's what happens.
you should expect something large to drop. It's just going to happen. Yeah.
I'll just put them away as I go.
Okay.
That's all good. Yeah, I think my box.
And I think that's pretty much it. Except for my charges. Charging!
Hey, we're gonna stand.
All right. Looks like we're going into the charge phase. So the shield captain
Yeah.
is gonna see if he can put some hurt on those Elysians.
The Elysians in the back.
Yep.
Hard to see from the camera up top, but they are hiding underneath the ruins there.
Yep.
You know what? You can see the front of this bike.
You can see the front.
So is that a door? Or is that?
Remember the block kill.
Even if there's like a block, even if there's like a door.
Right. Yeah, I think so. I think that's how the rule goes. Right? The first story? No?
I don't know.
Is this the first story or? Either way, I'm gonna let you watch it.
Yeah, okay. I can't see it. Just fucking roll.
But I'll go with this dude so that I have a chance of turning it off. I think I need
The Rangers.
Hey, look at that.
Let me measure it. Going in the guy.
Charging in was a matter of discussion if he would get Overwatch or not.
Yeah,
Both of them
so
being very sportsman and saying,
Yeah.
I get it. No, I don't. Yes, you do. You gotta love it. The Canadian fight is awesome.
that is 40K, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, no, that's good though. That's
Yeah.
good. You like to see players.
Yeah. I mean, it's a social game.
It's a
It's
social game.
if you wanted to
Objective,
play,
have some fun.
yeah. If you want to play it just to for a pure game, then chess is a much better option. I gotta tell you,
Yeah.
chess is a
If you wanna have some cool fluff and poke people with spears.
yeah. You know what I just found out this weekend I didn't know was that Connect 4 is a solved game.
Is it really?
Yeah, I didn't know
There's
that.
a perfect like.
If you go
sequence of
first,
it,
if you go
you
first,
can always win
you can't lose.
if you play it perfect.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know either. But apparently it's a completely solved game. Yeah, you cannot lose if you go first.
I guess it's basically just a big tic-tac-toe,
Yeah, which also is
which is also solved.
Yeah.
You can't lose if you go first.
if you go first you can't lose.
Yeah. As long as you don't mess up. 40K.
40K.
Not a solved game.
No, not a solved game
Plenty
whatsoever.
Of times to lose.
Well, I'll say this: it was almost solved a few times
Was it really?
in a few editions.
You seemed like it.
The Death Ball, the Dognado seemed to have
Yeah, I
solved.
remember that one.
Yeah, 40K.
Hard to lose with those
yeah.
builds.
I think Dark.
Really just had to
Yeah,
go away for a couple times.
yeah. I think Dark Reapers kind of solved the game for just a hot
Just
second.
for a little bit.
Yeah. Warp Spiders. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 for rollable.
But
No, I know that.
oh yeah, those guys are going to be in trouble.
The Elysians in the back there.
Yeah, you know the shield captains have enough attacks. They hit on 2s, they reroll 1s. They wound probably on 2s because they're toughness 3, and I think they have rerolls to wound.
Looks like
On the
some
charge.
Deleted Elysians.
Yeah, those are deleted.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are hurt. Yeah. So all in all, you know, he lost 1 unit of Elysians, 1
One of his knights.
Dread Knight. But you know,
A
for
lot coming in on next turn though.
a lot should be coming in, and they should do a bunch of harm.
Bunch of ill will.
Yeah, they do have some ill. They have some ill will at heart right now. Let me tell you.
They're orbiting in space. They saw what just happened.
Yeah.
They go, get us in there. Get us in there.
I got 2 that turn. Okay. All right, sir. It is your turn.
So we're going into the top
Bottom,
bottom of one.
bottom of one.
Bottom of one.
One turn.
Time for the Elysians and Grey Knight to
Do some work.
slap back. Yeah. There's a bunch of things coming in. I'm not sure they're gonna come in this turn. Actually, to tell you the truth. I wonder. I don't know if they're coming in this turn.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
He's gonna let us know. Sure.
'Cause,
What is that? Very first thing, right?
Yeah.
It drops.
Well, no. Well, they drop at the end of your movement.
Oh, okay.
You have to be careful of that as well. Otherwise, you can get Tony'd.
Now, what does that mean?
Getting Tony'd?
Yeah. Explain
This
that
was
one.
from earlier in February at LVO.
Okay.
There was a at the finals of LVO.
Okay.
There was in the finals game, one of the players. I won't go into the long and short of it, but one of the players dropped down a unit of something coming out of reserves
Okay, yep.
before he had finished moving all his other
So he
units.
didn't get to move anything else because
The
that's
other-
the end of his movement.
Other player declared that because that occurs at the end of phase, that was the end of his movement. You are done, sir.
Wow. That's not good.
That is that's strict gameplay.
Yeah.
Strict gameplay.
Hey, when you're at a big tournament like that,
Yeah.
you're making those mistakes.
No, you know what's interesting is there's a lot of people who went, is that okay? And it's like, he wasn't wrong.
He's not wrong.
Not wrong.
I mean, that's the rules.
Yeah, it's not wrong. Now is it? gentlemanly?
Is it super?
Is it friendly? No.
I mean, I don't necessarily know that it's unfriendly.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to screw him over on something
No.
he didn't do.
Yeah.
I
mean,
have mixed feelings about it.
Yeah, there was more
There's
to
mixed
it,
feelings.
but I was at LVO, but I wasn't watching the game. I was off doing other things.
You can't fault him
No.
for just going, well, that's
Yep.
the end of your movement, so
Yep.
I guess that's what that means.
Yeah.
This LOS blocking,
Another tournament,
that they were gonna
because we
block
stream our
LOS.
Magic down here every Friday and Saturday. We're pretty, we're casual competitive, I'd like to say, but we let people know, just so you know, this is how this should have gone. I'm all for learning while you're playing.
Yep.
Help the other player teach.
Yep.
And even if you're in a tournament, even if you're in a tournament afterwards, help them out. That's what that's what we like to see.
And I would say the entire time you're playing, just keep talking to your opponent. Communication is key. It's a good communication exercise.
It is.
Yep.
No, I mean these ones, like you got.
And they are doing a lot of talking.
Yep.
So they are staying
Yep.
communicative.
I think as
They know
long as
exactly
you
what's going
keep
on.
talking about intent and what it is you're doing, you avoid a lot of arguments. I think it's if you get quiet and just start doing
You
things,
just start doing stuff.
and then surprise somebody. Wait, what? What did you do? What are you rolling over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the questions show up.
Yeah. It's definitely much nicer to just talk it out with your opponent. Say, this is what I'm doing. This is what's happening.
Yeah. I never shut up.
No, you don't.
I do not. I find it's a good tactic as well. Just keep talking to your opponent. Eventually, keep talking to them.
Just quit.
Yeah.
So we missed something. I think something shot.
Something's happening. I don't know what though. Oh, I think what happened was
Ice was rolled.
the Vindicare shot. This is what I thought was going to happen.
Okay.
I thought he was going to shoot the las cannon, kill it. Now the las cannon can't, but he can't target the only thing he can see.
How's that? Oh, because that is the.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's the rule.
Character, right?
Yeah. So he can't shoot back at the thing that's shooting at him. So that's what I thought he was going to do was, shoot at these guys without chance of retribution.
And it seems like that's what we're seeing.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a lot of shooting on the board right now, so it's not going to be too crushing.
But he is picking off Marines.
Picking off Marines. Like that one.
Yep.
Picked off.
And Adam can't shoot back at him.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What a game.
Yeah.
What a game.
That is good tactics. And looks like he's keeping the rest of his force off the board for this
It
turn.
does. Risky move, Cotton.
Well, what's interesting is that he can't. So he's got all this army over here in the corner. Nothing he can see. So on turn 2, the only thing he's going to be able to kill is if his captains jump over and all the way over and charge something.
Kind of really overextend.
Really overextend because they'll drop down. The Dread Knights can hop down.
It might pay off. You never know. It
We'll
definitely
see.
splits his opponent's attention.
Yeah.
Because now he's having to decide,
Oh yeah, mine too.
do I try to reinforce the front?
Yep.
Do we try to get a split off in the back?
Yep.
And Adam is doing a great job keeping his bases covered.
Well, he has locked down his corner. I'm sure he's going to expand out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure once the drops, this is a very defensive position, and I think once the drop comes in, that's when we're
Yep.
going to see the swarm effect.
Well, they are Imperial Fists.
They're defensive.
They dig in
Yep.
and they engineer things, right? These are the engineers?
These are the engineers.
Yeah, they are the engineers.
This is how we saw his game 2 go against Aiden's Necrons.
Yep.
He
Dug into
took-
that building.
He took that one building, and that was his fort.
Yep, this is my fort.
This is my fortress.
Yep. He sent his keeled captains out
Yeah.
buzzing around.
Circled it.
And that's kind of what's going on
Killed
here.
any Necrons that got close.
Yep.
So we see that, but he's going, this is my corner.
Yep. So I do like the fluffiness of this in that
I do. I think
he planted a bunch of guns on the ground,
boom.
and now he's just locking down his corner.
So you've given us the narrative for almost every game so far. What's the narrative here?
What
do we
is
got?
the narrative
What
here?
is the narrative here? I mean, it's a little more difficult because it's Space Marines on Space
Yeah,
Marines.
I think of this as a training exercise.
Okay.
Those are las paint
Las
cannons.
paint.
Las paint cannons.
Last paint cannon.
No one dies.
Nobody died.
They just raise a hand and
They go,
they're
"Oh,
out.
I'm out."
Yeah, they got hit.
Got it.
Yeah. So they've just got exactly just marker rounds. Just got marker rounds.
This is just for fun.
Yeah, this is just for funsies. And the fists are practicing. They are practicing. But it looks like the shield captains are getting a little frisky over there.
He wants to go for that objective on that.
That's not a bad idea.
You know, maybe he's looking for the bonus.
Yeah.
Because he's got what? He's got 3. He's got 3 right now.
He's got 3.
1 scout.
It's gonna be hard to get that 4th one though, because those are OBSEC troops over there in that building.
Clear those troops off.
Yeah.
Completely to
Yeah.
secure it. He could contest it.
Yeah.
But he's not gonna be able to secure it.
No. But it is interesting this chance he's taken on not deploying anything on turn 2. He's like, no, I'm just gonna
You know what?
I'm gonna snipe out a couple of those las cannons before you can do
gotta
anything.
risk it.
Yeah.
You can't deploy any place worthwhile in turn 1.
Yeah, only your deployment zone. Yeah. I thought you didn't even go after the captains either though. You're like, ah.
Leave 'em.
They're just gonna move.
Yeah.
And
So
moving they are.
yeah. So he essentially like knocks off all the firepower here for this turn.
Yep. A lot of points doing nothing.
Yeah.
Do you have any extra available?
Granted, those shield captains are very mobile and
They are moving.
they are coming in awful quick.
This
I need
is
one Dark Reaper. I'm missing
top
one
of.
Dark Reaper.
This is top of 2. Is that what we're?
Top 2.
Top of 2. So let's evaluate
Not
that
Dark
score.
Reaper,
while we're
Scourge.
down.
Yeah, top of 2.
I'm missing a single Scourge from my outpost. So I need to find a way to
Did we get all the scoring in there?
I think we just have Adams right now.
Yeah. No, I think we have both.
Oh, do we have both?
Yeah,
oh, no,
because
you're right, we do.
Eric didn't kill anything. He just held his objective.
I see. Okay, so what do we have? So we have Adam has
4, 5.
killed 1,
Killed more, held more, hold 1, killed
and he
1.
held more.
Yep.
Yep.
And he got his first blood.
He got his first blood.
Yep. So we're at
that is
4,
Adam
5, 1.
in the lead with 5, and Eric did hold 1.
Yep.
He has his objective held, but he was not able to get Kingslayer or Headhunter or Old School.
Nope.
Wow. Headhunter, how does that one work again?
Every enemy character.
So he's looking for the character kill.
Yeah,
They
it's
both are.
the same thing. Where if those shield captains don't die, then you have a problem.
You have an issue.
Yeah. Although they are one of those units where if you don't just pour all your firepower into them, if you try split firing, if you
It's
do
not
anything like
gonna
that,
bring 'em
it's
down.
not a good idea.
You're not bringing them down.
No, because they're not degrading, so they're going to be at full efficiency all the way
Force
down.
till the end.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alrighty.
my ass kicked.
Why? All your tanks are still there.
Yeah, but I can't touch any of him because he's hiding.
Well, that's what they do.
That's all we do.
Stay in their hidey holes. Alright, so it looks like we got a hurricane bolter that just
Hurricane.
hurricaned. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s is no joke. Although, can he still see anything? Oh, we're gonna hurricane that one dude.
You can kill what you can't see in Age, right? Can't you just-
Yes, yes. As long as you can see one, you can target the unit. Yeah. Because the other one is brave and jumps in.
There you go. They're like, ha!
3, 2. I just need table sign number 1. Thank you, Jacob.
Welcome.
Okay, so 12 hits.
You don't come with. I crossed the slime ball.
Whoa, that is a whiffer. That is a whiffer. They might survive. Can you pick up that coverage?
Come on. That's something, but wow, that was a number of ones right
That was
there.
a whiffer.
That was a gaggle of ones.
See what happens when you go and see one of them?
Yeah.
All right, we have to forge the narrative there a little bit. You can only see one. You
Figure
can-
out
yeah.
something with that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And then we'll try one that costs 9.
He's going for that objective.
Normally 7. 9 with what you got. 11. Alright, so D3.
So
and if you
that's
lose a
pretty
model,
much
I do
it
another
for
D3.
shooting.
That's only good for another 2.
All we got now is charges. A couple of long bomb charges. So
12 wolves.
Oh,
This looks like Captain.
throwing
Charging in
the
again.
throwing the Hail Mary.
Getting in there.
We'll start with
so an inch
dumping
from
over
that,
last shot.
and then whatever that range
So
is.
I'm going to fire
To get to it, it's 11.
4 strength 5
So
shots.
So it's gonna be a 10-inch charge.
edge of his maul.
Pretty unlikely, but
We'll try it out.
It's a long charge here.
Looks like a 10-inch
10-inch charge.
Thing else.
That's true.
10-inch charge.
Good charges.
What did you
Did
get?
he?
That is a
That is a 10-inch charge.
Oh my gosh. What is happening?
The spear tip got there. Although that is an extended out captain. I'll say that he's a.
He is, but man, Adam is picking up some
He
value
is a-
on these first 2 turns already.
Yeah, he's picking a hell of a fight.
Yeah, he is.
That's a long charge.
12 inches.
Yeah.
Level 6.
12 could give me there, so an 11 I could go into
all
10
craft world
degree.
are
Because vertical movement is ignored right now.
So I throw closest guy, he's within 8.
It's an 11.
It's an 11.
Yeah,
He just rolled a 10.
We're declaring
Last
just
five
to start.
targets of throw.
Just
Sure, so Overwatch.
Alright, so I'm going to throw those in.
So we got some Overwatch though.
Overwatch
Now can he get him right in the eye? Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Moving to. No, that's not double 6. That's not. Yeah, he'll stay put. But those Elysians on the ground floor, however. Oh, I don't know if we can get another whiffer. Yeah, 5 attacks.
That's a lot of attacks.
Hitting on
So he
2s.
did just roll like 8 ones in a row.
All right.
Those aren't ones.
Now is he gonna whiff the wound roll?
There's always a
That is
chance.
not a whiff.
That's not a whiff.
those are
Deleted.
those are deleted.
Wow.
Well, they did hold out and they did force the charge.
They forced
Yeah,
the charge.
force the charge.
And I'll just go ahead and throw his pistol in.
Alright, sir. It is your turn.
All right.
That is all 4 being held right now.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, yeah.
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 And when do you score that bonus point?
Oh.
The end of the round?
Anytime you hold them, any player turn you hold it. Yeah.
And that's a bonus point.
Different lances. This one's strength 8.
But
Actually hold it though. and
we
I
should
feel like
s-
he has enough
You
to
do.
we should see
We
the
should see some stuff.
we should
coming.
see some death.
Plasma like totally whiffed.
All in all, though, for 2 turns of all this shooting,
Not a lot dead.
not a lot dead. But then again, nothing's.
Not a lot to shoot at, though.
A lot of it's not here, so
That's true.
yeah.
Give him
Still,
a chance. They're digging in,
yeah.
and I think he's using the captains like he wants to. They're poking out, they're extending. Everyone else is staying safe and cover.
Yep.
So,
So this will be an interesting slog back.
Yeah.
And then I've got 12 shuriken catapult shots.
So where is the Dread Knight coming down? Oh,
So have you like? Is there any room over there, or is there not?
oh.
No, I
At least I don't think so. You definitely super well done.
Man, I'm about to turn 40. The knees are starting to go.
a little bit of a seat break.
Oh.
Strength 5 missiles that hit. Cities minus 2 hit. So I'm getting on 4s, rerolling 1. And then wounding on 3s, but no roll for the strength catapult.
Checking for deep strikes.
Yeah, it looks like we're
On
looking
Adam's
for.
corner of the table.
We're trying to find 9-inch holes.
Here's the funny part. Didn't take recon. Has the recon objective scored if he had it.
Yep.
There it is.
Could have had it every turn.
Yep.
Yep.
We're so wrong about these games.
We have no idea what we're
We
doing.
don't know what's going
Every
on.
time we're thinking that's definite. I mean, you
Oh
gotta.
yeah, that's 100%.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, behind enemy lines. It's super easy to get. No, I don't want it. Don't want it.
Don't want it.
Don't want it.
It's too easy.
Yeah. It looks like we got some Elysian drop troops coming in.
I think so.
Yeah. They see some scouts over there.
They're like,
And these scouts got brave. They
did.
walked out in the open because there's nothing there.
There.
Walking out right over there. They're like, yeah, there's cover, but what for?
We don't need that. We're
Yeah.
scouts.
Yeah. Brave.
They don't even wear helmets.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
We don't need no stink.
They don't even wear helmets.
That's why they
I'm
only have a
telling
4
you,
plus.
okay?
That's the 1+
I'm
armor save.
telling you.
Looks like we're about
Another 45
about 45 minutes.
Probably, I'm gonna do the 8 inch essentially.
Yeah, I think
Let's
check from the scouts.
check it.
They'll send them a little bit, but there might be more.
It's a critical turn here.
This is a big turn.
I mean, he needs to do some significant damage.
He's gonna have to get a lot done this turn
Yeah.
in order to start having to come back.
Yeah.
Adam has quite a bit of points on the sheet.
Yeah. Things are gonna have to start dying. He's got to.
Games end at 10.
Yep. He's got to roll back pretty hard.
But if there's an army that can do it, I think it's this one.
Yeah. I haven't seen the Elysians drop in a while.
Yeah, what's his name? Talked me into coming today.
Oh, he's Damien?
Yeah.
Hopefully you're having a good time, man. It's,
I like you. No, I showed up late. I was supposed to be here this morning. My kid's mom got called into the hospital, so I had to watch my kid. Which is cool. I like my kid.
That's good, yeah.
Looks like we got another spot possibility.
Scoping out all the spots.
You know what's hard is he locked down. He locked this thing down pretty hard.
He did.
Yeah, tarantulas are great for that because you just drop them wherever you feel like, and you're gonna lock down 18-inch bubble of nope,
What do you do?
nope.
I gotta say, before this game, I'd never seen tarantulas.
Yeah.
And well, before I saw Adam.
Well,
play.
they're
And
you don't.
now I'm like, why wouldn't you take these?
They're hard to find.
Are they really?
You don't see. I don't know if there is a model for them, to be honest.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the one he's using is quite nice for it.
Twan actually 3D printed those.
Wow.
Yeah.
Custom sculpt. I like it.
The guns are off of a vehicle.
Okay.
There's some other add-ons on there, but the bases are printed.
Very nice.
Takes me on to my Oh, well, yeah, race from older, so here's a
Oh, it looks like they got some couple of teams dropping down.
Teams coming back in.
Yeah.
They're a bitch when they break, though.
Yeah.
That's right, that's a big 20.
Ford will Elysium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what right.
Yeah, I spent my severance pay when I got out of the Marine Corps in this army. Yeah, this is my fuck you army.
How long were you in the Corps, man?
I was injured out. I was out 2 years. I'm not not a big fan of the military. I'm not a particularly fun jarhead kind of guy.
I feel you, man. I was in the army.
You were?
3 and a 4.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You were doing what?
Nice. I was,
Yes, sir.
You were?
Yeah.
Hey, brother, that's awesome. Did you deploy?
Nah.
You did
Oh,
desk job.
Oh, yeah.
All day. Got it.
Yeah, dude. You nailed it. Nailed it. That's funny. I like that.
So it looks like we all the Elysians coming in
Looks like it.
the backside,
Coming in the back.
except for looks like
Yeah, I'm a bad player. Sorry, fuck anyway.
a brave little bunch is going to attack this flank over
I
here.
like it. I like
Yeah.
the bravery.
Hide or jump in and shoot?
Oh, I just want to put him on the board and keep rolling dice.
That's fair. That's fair. If you wanted to shoot, you throw them on the top.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
I'm on the board. Psychic.
Okay, psychic.
Who else I got here? I got the
Even in the Grey Knight
Big fella,
Psychic.
way to go.
Yeah, you kill
specials for the Banshees that you always
focus
charge
sergeant.
after.
Okay, what's he got?
Most of my stuff's a little advanced.
Sanctuary.
These guys don't make Sanctuary charge
Is
after.
that Vulcan
Voldus
Histon?
was Sanctuary.
Voldus. That
Voldus
was,
was Sanctuary. Yep.
yeah.
Good.
Sanctuary's good.
I don't know why I'm rolling.
What is
it
that
right
one?
now.
I'm not sure what it is.
+1 to saves.
Okay.
For a total of 10 inches. Because they get plus 6. Because they roll. They get plus 3 after they move, and they don't provoke effect eruption. And they don't do that. No much of that.
Chris is only 4.
So I'm gonna start with him.
He's not a particularly He's more of a psyker, you know. But he's still a dude with a hammer.
He's still got a hammer.
Oldest still does have an hammer.
It's
Yeah,
all
we
good.
might have one.
Hopefully I can kill something. I think the tank should jack.
Looking for?
He's a
Oh.
I think I'm pretty sure I handed it back to you.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Dave.
Do any more slides? Still got 3 files.
Go.
Cool.
Good.
Hammerhand up. Sanctuary up. Smite.
Smiting.
I can't actually
Smite goes off.
On a 9.
That is the best way to take out shield captains. Smite, smite, smite. Yeah.
Spam with smite.
Yeah.
Grey Knights, don't they still have
Yeah.
the bonus to smite? No. Do they?
Yes.
That's a diminishing return.
They don't
They
get.
don't have
No diminishing return.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. Okay.
One versus everybody except for a demon, which is the automatic strike.
Yeah.
Got
It's
it.
really great
Yeah.
versus fucking a demon.
Except demons can get back up if a Grey Knight kills them,
That's true.
which is ridiculous.
Listen, it's not ridiculous. That totally makes sense.
Any other psyker
Look at this.
in any of the Space Marines smites them, they're like, oh, we're dead. But a Grey Knight, the ones with the banishment, if they smite them, they're like,
Gateway.
I'm back, bitches.
There you go.
Yeah. Nothing worse than seeing a bloodthirster just pop right back up.
That is pretty awesome.
Oldest. Stormbolt.
It's like they're like, oh, the Grey Knights are not, they're pretty bad, but they're not bottom tier yet. I know how to do. I know how to do it.
Hang on a moment. What if you tried
Let's make sure they're not good at what they're good at.
That's right.
Moving on. 2 obsidian. See if I can kill this guy. I don't think I need to since that thing's blue.
Looks like we're going into our shooting.
I think we're going to shoot.
Yep.
Yes.
Last cannon.
We're finger guns.
So our Elysians are popping off.
Oh, same unit you've been working on? Sure. Let's see if he shoots. He actually has targets now. He does! On a 3. Let's see if it wounds. It is a 3, so it does good. And you have a 4 obsidian. This guy dies.
He is good.
Cool.
So yeah, that is the scary thing, is that he wants to get rid of the las cannons,
Okay.
but every time he shoots at the las cannons, it fires back at his dread knight. Yeah.
They do. And now
So
there's plenty of targets for those last guys
yeah.
to shoot at.
So you've got to be careful as what you target.
Yeah.
One at a time, and make sure that if the las cannons are going to target your dread knight, you should shoot with it first.
Yeah.
Make sure you get your shots
Your
off.
order is really important.
Yeah.
Because you could accidentally end up killing a lot of those guys, and then
Yeah.
then suddenly your dread knight's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had that problem with my Dark Eldar when I played against his army actually, and every time I would kill a couple las cannons, which had to die,
Yep, they gotta go.
he would shoot back at the Ravager that I hadn't shot with,
Trying
and
to get as much value out of them as possible.
right, and it became really irritating as to like, what am I supposed to shoot here?
What am I supposed to do?
I mean, I have to kill them, but every time I kill one, they kill me. So had
You run a
to,
risky gamble
yeah.
with saving to shoot them last, because then you're not guaranteeing that you're killing them.
Yeah, and if you don't shoot them, then next turn they're going to shoot
They're
you
gonna
for free.
You again.
Yeah.
Then you have to do the whole thing over.
Yeah. So at least if you shoot
it's a real
them,
bad situation
Yeah.
to be in. No matter how you slice it.
yeah, at least they only shoot back on a 3+.
That's true.
So I'd rather take the 66% of them shooting back at me rather than the full 100.
That's true.
Yeah.
Shoot at them rather than don't. That's,
Although-
that's definitely a good.
For some reason, I rarely see them miss that 3 up to shoot back.
Well, he just did. He just
Did
missed
he?
one.
Oh.
He did. Yeah. He rolled a 2.
Let's shoot a silencer in the ear.
Oh,
Sight cannon.
someone is pissed off at scouts. Someone is mad at scouts.
So that's a silence.
Yeah. Silence them.
You can't make noise if you are dead.
Shh.
Telling the scouts to shush.
They're probably gonna be silent.
Yeah.
They're not
That's
great
my
shooting,
guess.
but they're pretty annoying.
So threes, I think, right?
What's the strength on your gun? Okay, yeah, 3. So 3 wounds? Minus
Minus one.
okay, so 5s. Alright, 2 snap through.
Oh, that is a dead tarantula.
That's a dead tarantula.
That's a dead tarantula. I don't know if I feel bad, but you know, I've been hurt badly by those in games, so I love it when they die.
When they get
Like
blown
someone
off the
squishes
table.
them. Yeah, just squish those tarantulas.
It is one less objective being held there.
That's right.
Bit of a gamble, only having the tarantula
But
on
slowly cleaning up this flank.
there. Slowly coming in through the
So that's the danger of
You saw the scouts that were in the road.
Yeah.
They're all but gone.
well, that's what you get for standing in the middle of the road.
One guy is still alive.
I mean, you're in a war zone.
One guy is still alive.
Yeah.
Brave scout.
Yeah.
He's ready to keep going.
Yeah. Should we get in front of the barricade or behind the barricade? Oh, that is a
3 misses, so 9.
9 wounds. Ooh, those
Going into a captain.
into the scoots.
I think everything else just popped out there to be on this.
Oh, yeah. 9 wounds going to the scout, but I think.
Bunch of saves though.
Yeah.
Wow. One. He's left behind one irritating scout in each squad
Each squad.
on purpose. He did it. He did it on purpose.
Impressive.
And I guarantee he will not fail his morale.
Yeah.
They're brave as well.
Those are the bravest.
Those are the
scouts.
bravest ones.
It always ends up when you really don't have
Yeah.
a use for them to be there
Yeah.
anymore.
One irritating scout.
Yeah, let's just do
9.
Oh, looks like we weren't watching that
Oh, yeah,
that deep strike. They
deep strike. A little too
Yeah.
close
yeah,
to the captain, hiding
Ins-
behind the wall there.
inside his personal bubble.
Yeah, his backup guy.
Yeah, back it up. Back it up. In my bubble. In my bubble. Too close. Too close.
Yeah, you have enough space to do a 3-inch beam.
So, orders. Here we go. We got
Looks like that tank column is advancing over in that other board.
Elite and special weapon squads do not trade their last name for a special weapon. You have 3 dudes. That's the way it works in the rules. 3 dudes are holding a plasma gun and a last one. That's what makes it.
Oh, they're Mexican standoff firing.
That's
They're,
right.
they're putting their guns out to each side.
Weapons.
As long as it's not a pistol.
Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with that new Gene Stealer cult guy. He's got the 3 arms, one with each
Oh,
revolver.
you were telling me about him.
So I'm pretty sure he gets to shoot 3 different things, right? Like
Does he really? You think so?
2 hits.
you can shoot a different weapon at
You
each,
can.
right?
Are they all different weapons?
I hope so. I hope they don't call it all one gun.
I hope it's actually called one gun.
Yeah, just
Just one gun.
the
It's
triple.
one-
It's one revolver, but he's got 3
it's
shots.
3 shots.
3 shots.
Yeah.
Pew pew pew.
See what it is? It's actually all one gun. He shoots it really quick between his hands.
Oh.
That makes sense. I have to see this guy now. You've talked about him all day.
Yeah.
And the guy with the stop sign. I
hold
know
on.
there's a guy with the stop sign, and I know that there's this guy with multiple arms.
I feel like we have to get this on the stream too somehow.
I know, right?
Looks like over there the Elysians have unleashed their plasma.
The
Oh,
plasma
no.
is trying to take those captains out. That
Yeah, it's really going to depend on whether or not he pops that.
Yep.
Oh, it looks like he made his info saves.
Still alive for now. Let's see this guy. Where's his third arm?
Down there.
Oh, yeah.
He's got one. He's pulling one out of the holster.
I see.
He's shooting. He's holding one up, and he's grabbing the last one out of the holster all at the same
That's gotta
time.
be a character.
Yeah.
Old 3 arms.
Yeah. Old 3 arms.
Orders from the
Okay, so 5 of them, right?
Adam making tons of saves.
See?
Stop sign guy.
It's an aberrant with a stop sign. Because what says power maul more than a stop sign that you pulled out of the ground?
There you go.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, some pretty insane saves coming out of Adam's.
He's got that
captain.
making that 4-up invul.
He really did. I think he made like 6 of the 7. Or just 5
5 out of 5.
Never
5
mind.
out of 5.
Never mind.
Well then. That's why they call it an invincible save. Invulnerable.
Invulnerability. I wish it was called invincibility.
The invincible save.
Yeah. Plasma blown up.
Yeah, plasma just wasted one dude. 5 more saves. Can Adam do it? How many 4-up invuls can he make? Let's watch.
Let's see.
Let's watch.
Yeah.
And they can all reroll one?
Yep. 2 orders per
commander. Okay, gotcha.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
That is disgusting.
Sorry.
I hope you feel bad about yourself. That is as 10 4-up invuls made. 10 4-up invuls made.
No, he's gonna be fine.
That's 10 points.
That is 10 4-up invuls. That is 40k.
That's just any game of chance.
I would love to see it if chess was played that way.
Yeah.
Like every time you roll
Alright, I'm gonna try
to, I'm gonna eat your queen. No.
You don't.
No, you don't.
Pawn's still there.
Yeah, pawn's still there.
What?
Yeah. What?
That's
Yeah.
good.
Too bad.
Why can't I roll like this?
I know, right?
I've never made 10 4-up saves in my life.
I'm not gonna lie. I've done some bad things with Mortarion, but
Yeah. Oh, that's
but 10 is a lot.
10 is a lot.
Yeah. The odds on that are. Hey, look, he failed. He passed all the plasmas, but a lasgun got him right in the eye.
Got him in the eye.
Yeah, lasgun right in the face. All right, we got some more plasma coming in hot though.
That's what I'm doing. I'm sure you can throw that at store.
3 more saves.
3 more saves coming in.
1 got through.
1 got through.
1 finally got through for 2 damage.
Curse of Plasma is broken.
Down to 2 wounds.
16 plasma was to saved all of them.
Those things take so long to get through.
15 out of 16.
I said it earlier
I mean,
today.
I wasn't a math major in college. I actually was.
What are the odds?
What are the odds? What are the odds?
Pretty hip and cool.
That's pretty crazy.
I can't shoot with these guys. Shot. Oh, next shot. This one I'm
Charges,
Yeah, 15 out of 16 4-up
Wow.
saves. That's a bit much.
I'm pretty sure that's 0.5 to the.
Gosh, I don't even know. You're trying to do math right now?
9 on 3d6. You got this.
Pretty sure it's low.
It's low. It's
Low, like
high.
really low.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know what the chances of that are. You gotta take the coin flip chance and then extrapolate it 15 times.
Yeah, to the 15th, right?
Yeah. So what is
Well,
it,
I guess not to the
0.5?
15th. Yeah.
No, that's way too low. Really? Hold on. Now I'm gonna look at it.
No, you nailed it. Good.
I'm just gonna put him
Yeah,
in.
just I'm really sad you can't.
It's fine. He's not gonna fall. That base is covered in. That model weighs a pound.
I got you.
He's not gonna.
Good. Good.
Bulbous. I shot you.
I will try to overwatch on 6 of them. Probably not gonna do a whole lot. Alright. But it's worth trying. So it's 3.
Oh, 3. Yep, correct. Those red die. I can't see us.
Is CT all rolled by
He's T4.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of 1, 2s, and 3s all of a sudden, but they're not coming up on saves.
2 of them. And it comes on in. He's good. Alright, sir. Make your roll. Probably need like 4 or something.
Move into
Yeah.
altar.
What do you mean?
Yes.
But then you're allowing him to make attacks. If it together wasn't
Neg 1 weapon.
So
he wasn't.
On the tickets for the guys.
0.0004%.
Yeah.
They don't have good odds.
That's your chance of doing
Yeah.
that. That's a really small chance.
Yeah, with four
You never know.
It's like
10,000s.
yeah, 0.004%.
We're not likely
Way
to
to
see
go,
that again.
Adam.
Yeah. Well, he broke it. He went and rolled some Overwatch, and all his 1, 2s, and 3s came out.
There you go.
Math happened.
Math happens.
Math did in fact happen. We rolled a lot of dice today, so in a large enough
Hit our table.
in a large enough sample, you're going to have variations.
Some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Mark Reaper hit off threes when I charge.
That guy's trying to charge. Fighting bits. Who do you want to fight first?
Tell everybody.
Are you familiar with stratagems?
I know nothing about it. I'm
Okay.
a commission artist.
I got you.
I've played 12 games in my whole life.
I hear you. So,
All right, so we are at about 20 minutes out from the end of our last game here. It's been a really epic day. A lot of awesome games seen on the premiere table and on the side tables as well. This one has been a very interesting one. A lot of different odds
Good.
coming out in the dice.
But there's a general stratagem you can use that all armies have access to.
So while this will be finished up in about 20 minutes or so, we do still have to go through all the scores, double check some of the math, make sure it adds up. We will announce the winner on our website, so that's other-realms.com, as well as who will be crowned the winner of the painting as well. So we'll make sure to have those results up for you because we don't get them instantly, and we don't want to dilly-dally around for too long.
It's a nice one. Dude, what are you rolling? You're gonna make it.
So this is the bottom of 2, though. So let me update that.
Okay, if you won't come to me, I'll do it. I'll come to him.
You are a hunter.
That's the one. I know. I don't know what it is.
You're trying to rough the normal order in which you fight. So after you get your first charge off,
So we're just doing some explaining here on a couple of the different rules of how stratagems work.
because it's not likely that 6 inches in with plus 1 relationship. So they bump themselves up to 9.
Alright, so I will spin that.
Over here though, I lost 3, have 8, so I'm at 5.
But I will try and steal. I'll try and get 2 in the back.
So I just
So it looks like Boldus
This guy will swing.
Alright, so
is taking a swing.
Voldus, yeah, taking a swing in the back.
He already attacked and
Who's
win.
not gonna reroll?
Yeah, he's not going to reroll the wounds.
You know, I missed it.
Because he's only
Looks like
Is that the captain hitting back there? Maybe.
Captain slapping back.
I think so. I think the captain is hitting back.
I still got pretty lucky. Involve, sir.
4 invul saves. Now let's see if he can do the same thing.
All right.
with saves.
Here we go.
Say 3.
Okay, 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
So damage.
One got through.
One
Oh,
got
that's
through.
a 3-up invul save, not a 4-up.
Right. Bit better even.
No.
Wow.
I think he's only got 4, but
Sanctuary well.
I always like a librarian.
he's like a badass.
But he's in the Terminator.
Right. Yeah, he does have Sanctuary down.
Yeah, yeah.
Because this is only the bottom of 2? Top of 2. Yeah, it's the bottom of 2.
Bottom two, bottom two.
Yeah.
Got X.
6 of them? Okay, so yeah, so he's got 3 left. Cool. And then who do you want to fight next? Doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dread Knight is coming in on that scout.
Coming back in with the Dread Knight. He's taking him down.
He'll be fine.
Listen,
He's fine.
he's fine.
He's gonna roll 5 ones. It's fine. Super fine. AP at least -3, I assume.
And that scout is
Alright.
mush melted
Hold
in.
on. Remember, these are just war games.
Yes.
That's right. He's fine.
That is a
That was a paintbrush he got hit with.
Oh, you got hit in the head with
That's
a
right.
paintbrush. Okay, it's not violent at
So
all.
he's out.
paint piss.
He's out.
Paint piss. Paint
Raised hand.
Yeah.
That's right. This is just a friendly
Yes.
game.
No one dies here.
Nobody actually dies in this game. It's all make believe.
Okay, yeah, probably a good call. I like that. So I have to pass. I actually have to time to see.
Go 2.
If I can get it, this is the reroll.
Nope. So that is a dead shield captain.
Yeah. So what happened was he interrupted after I think the assassin killed a scout. He interrupted to attack before Voldus to try to take out Voldus first.
I see.
But then Voldus came back with that staff of his and.
Yep. And it's a hammer. My bad. Excuse me.
Oh, okay, it's a hammer, not a staff. Okay, good.
He's got it.
Model, but that's one of my Terminator sergeants.
Yeah.
Okay, so interrupted to try to take Voldus down. Didn't happen. And then Voldus smashed him down with the hammer.
Yeah. Smacked him right in the head.
Smacked him right in the shiny helmet, the chrome dome.
Yeah. With the paint hammer.
The paint hammer. That's. He's got to go clean it off now.
Well, I got a gun too, that's right.
Not blood.
Not blood. No, just paint.
Two scout squads, and him. Yeah,
And the captain.
Yeah, so you definitely got kill more.
Oh.
We're talking about there. I'm on one, but yeah, I'm not gonna get it. I go first. That means you got two.
How is it going though?
Yeah.
It's aggravating. You're advancing these fights.
Like the first round, I couldn't shoot
point for each character, so I've
nothing
killed
was on
one
the
character.
nothing. Everything was covered behind buildings and out of line sight.
So they're adding up scores for turn 2.
Yeah, tactically.
We'll take a look, see where they're at after this one here. Probably this is going to be their last turn. They only have about 20 minutes or so left in this round, so they'll have to play this one kind of quickly.
Before the game began to do this.
Nice, so I think we have the scores for second turn here. Yeah, we do. Let's put them up here. Take a look.
I want you to be able to remove terrain, like, for is it over? Hey, I'm gonna blast that road.
What time are we done?
5:30. 15 minutes or so.
I thought it was 7:14.
All right, so looks like Adam in round 2 here, he had the kill, hold, and the hold more objectives. And then Erik did come in with the kill and the kill more objective. So he did get 2 points over there for Erik. 3 over here for Adam. It looks like neither of them were able to score any of their secondary objectives in the second turn. So that puts Adam at 4, 7, 9, and that will put Erik at 4. Yeah, because he does have the headhunter one, so he must have scored that in the second round, but just wrote it for the first. So yeah, Erik at 4, Adam at 9. Let's see how this game finishes up.
I had to go there for 20 units of 5-man squad. Come on, man. How careful are you?
Well, I had to.
I did not know that.
What's that?
Apparently in a spearhead.
Yes.
The tanks, the Lehman Russes gained.
They get objective secured? I didn't know that either.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
which my tank commanders have as a keyword.
Yeah. I did not know that. You give it. You bequeath it.
Bequeath the microphone back to you.
How fun.
See how this last turn. Only 14 minutes left, so.
Yep.
Last turn in this one here for all the models. We do have Adam at 9 points and Erik is at 4.
Yep.
Yeah, Erik at 4.
Yep. Yeah, Erik just finished all his charges, and Adam is now doing his movements.
those two characters?
Yeah, here's
And it
one.
looks like the Hurricane Bolter is about to hurricane some things off the board.
The only reason it matters is because these closest things.
Oh, I know.
I don't think choose necessarily.
Okay. Here's the commanders.
Okay.
Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys.
So it looks like we're just
here-
taking a look at
1,
which squads are which when they come in.
4. This is the command squad. This is 4 right
Yep,
here.
trying to
This is the
make
command
sure
squad
we
with
know
one
which
guy.
squad is in which.
Yeah, which one is about to get Hurricane Boltered?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let me tell you, there's a lot of bolter fire because all of these tarantulas
They're gonna be shooting in.
are very nearby and
Very
looking,
available to shoot.
yeah, right off their foot.
Fact. Fact. Oh, I forgot to shoot my crack grenades.
Snap.
Yeah, they got Ox.
Oh, they
Crack grenade launchers. Things are sweet, dude.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so let's do some shooting.
All right, so here comes the shooting.
Essential. Absolutely essential to the game.
Every bolter shot matters.
It's like, send was what I was.
Okay, how did you roll? Yeah.
You put him in a range.
Yeah, that's 4 bolter shots. You know it kills assassins.
Yeah. Yeah, it does actually.
I've seen that so many times. Okay. So what do I gotta do? Characters. I need to probably just put these guys out. That's what I'm gonna do. First off,
You just have to sneeze at those assholes.
yeah. So we will blast. Alright, we'll just go. This first.
Cool.
On 4s, so he has to shoot down.
So it looks like we're going with the
4 hits.
Hurricane Bolters, not Hurricanes, Heavy Bolters.
2 wounds, -1. Yeah.
Elysians, unfortunately, are just guardsmen. Don't have any more armor.
I like the way it dice fell off. That's cool. 2 guys.
So 2.
2 dead Elysians.
We saw some shots going into those now.
Yeah, the tarantulas are starting to unload.
They're starting to shoot.
Yeah, they only hit on 4s, but
2 wounds. Same score.
you know when you're shooting at guardsmen,
Not too hard to get those fours
no,
to
no.
be kills.
I mean, they are much cooler looking, but they still have flak armor. Flak armor, right? Still rocking a 5-up.
Yeah, you gotta get them in cover, and then you gotta pop tape cover if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So then it becomes.
Then they get a bit livable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Unless you're against ignores cover Imperial Fist.
And then you're in trouble anyway.
We'll have to actually shoot this one guy. In there. That was a good roll to shoot one man. 4 wounds.
I usually play.
Now, can you
knights,
make
so I don't
4
have to shoot
6-ups?
I want to see the 4-6 up right here.
No.
That's not it.
So that's this guy, right?
Factual.
Alright.
So they usually come at night.
This guy is
We did see the scouts
So we'll do the other.
and the knight clear up that side of the table though.
Keep rolling.
Cleared up those scout squads, cleared up the tarantula.
Yeah.
So no longer holding those 2 objectives anymore.
Yeah, and he has nothing else coming in.
Good.
Nothing else coming in. Voldus in the back corner chilling after killing.
He's a little
the shield
stuck
camp.
over there
A
now.
little bit, but
I don't know if,
there might be some targets.
yeah. He's probably gonna run over and try smiting that shield captain, who I think only has 2 wounds left. But the Elysians are getting cleaned up.
They are a little bit.
Unfortunately, they are very much glass cannons.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Army's built around making you fire at the
But-
Dread Knights.
But they are beautiful though.
They're so nice.
I know we took a look at them during
We
lunch
did take
for
a look at them
the
during lunch.
painting, and
Yeah,
those are
that was
they're beautiful.
Elysians and Grey Knights, and then the Primaris Marines.
Yep.
That team, both excellent painted armies.
He did a great job on his.
They're super nice. They're really nice. Very clean. I like
Yep.
them a lot.
This is a unit, right?
Fact.
And then 2 bosses. And then this part of the unit. This part of the unit.
Yeah, so this guy's alone.
Okay.
And this is a squad of 3 left.
He's just getting out line of sight of the tank for when he charges it.
Uh-oh.
Squad's getting cleaned up.
Yeah, that's a hurricane bolter coming in hot.
My lord.
Unless he whiffs pretty hard
Nope.
on the wounds. One's in... No. That's
Looks like some.
that's some 5-ups.
7 wounds, sir.
7 wounds. Although we saw 15.
Yeah, I saw 15
I saw
4-ups get made, so
15.
how hard
I
could this
couldn't
possibly?
believe
This is only
6.
7 5-ups.
Alright, so what we'll do is we'll start off with a...
See, this is math evening out.
This is it.
Alright, looking for 9 plus.
This is math evening out here. There's a lot of 1s, 2s, and 3s all of a sudden.
Yep.
Yep.
But not enough.
Trying to put it on that tank.
Alright, over here.
About the last 5 minutes or so of this round.
Yeah, it looks like our tournament is closing up shop.
Closing up shop pretty quickly.
Yeah. Actually, I gotta go check on that back room. I want to make
Alright,
sure
why don't you
they
go check on them.
make sure they finish.
You'll be stuck with my expert commentary.
I live in America, man. Nothing fucking matters.
I'm just gonna stop the rest of the shooting. Charge these guys. These 2 characters here. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to shoot. Last cannon. Oh, last cannon. All right. 4. One dude's getting a signum. Signum. Rerolling 1s. 3 signum. Rerolling 1s because there's a lieutenant more shots. Only 1 wound.
So we got 1 wound going in on the knight on the opposite side of the table there. Try to knock him off that objective. Saved it.
He's the one that's got hit.
How many wounds does this guy have left? Okay, so I'm not gonna even resolve the rest. So charging these characters.
Or what?
And yeah, absolutely.
You're clear.
Got charges going in there. Trying to take the turn pretty quickly. So there is not too much time left.
Oh, I'll turn my base.
You should have fired boys. We'll roll it. One.
Pretty good save and still last so far.
Charge is good. Gets in there.
So need 4 up saves for you.
All right. So he's gonna do 3. These guys have 4 wounds each or 3.
Killed units, correct? You killed my...
4. Just like a standard amp command. Their extra points are just for their aerial drop roll.
3 up, or so 3's up. Excuse me, 3 here, 2.
3 and 3? Oh, 3 and 2.
So getting some hits in there.
2's reroll.
I'll use every single one of them.
Okay, 3 wounds.
Took 3 wounds at them.
Oh, they have involves.
Okay, yeah, and bolts.
Going to invuln saves.
Stylish. Could do it. Could save him.
That's what you can roll.
And then 2 on the other guy. So that was this guy. 2 wounds. I do manage to ace. All right.
You killed both.
Both characters. Yeah. And then I will pile in and tie these guys up. But if these guys are a separate unit, I can't tie them up. I can't.
You can see if you can pile in there, tie up 2 other units so that they can't shoot him off an objective or take off one of his.
Let's just do something fun.
Morale for your one.
So I got 3 and a 5.
Because that dude, there's 1 guy left, right?
Yeah.
3 wounds for you.
I really, how's let's roll.
So
4 up.
how many did he lose?
Okay. Moving to night. Vindicare.
So doing the last bit of movement here.
And then wounding on 6s. The other guy can't see.
who did you tie up?
So I am within one of all of these dudes, so I'm not sure how many units.
These guys are one.
Okay, so I tied up
Everything
this
but
dude is
this guy.
Yeah, they're tied up over there, so they really can't move too far.
That's,
One single model
give me
is
a
technically in a
range-
separate
a
unit,
range
so
of-
that one can move.
Just trying to get to
Yeah, 12.
there you go.
That would do.
Cool.
And he does.
Take phase. Can't smite or anything stupid, so that's Oldest is gonna hero it up. Sanctuary himself. Goes off. Hammerhand on himself. 5/6 goes off. Gate of Infinity. Give me the 9 inches from your warlord. I mean, from your shield captain.
Oh.
Or your warlord.
Which one are you going?
Either one, if I can get him.
So 15, needing 16.
9. There may not actually be a spot.
You can just place the model and then you can measure it.
Yeah, if you want.
So they're measuring out here. Had a big teleport come down from Voldis, trying to get in that back line, do some damage on the last turn.
One at regular save, one at -3. Sure, you get it. One regular, probably one there.
But yeah, he's well within.
Alright, let's put it over here. Whatever.
Okay, 9 away.
9 is away from here.
So 9 here. And then let's see, 9 here. Yeah, 9 inch away. Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, looking like he's trying to go for the warlord there.
Over. Shoot. Shoot his Stormbolter. Warlord. Target. Other character. Trees. And he gets stronger if Psychers are wow. Not be able to do anything right there. And I'll use my 1 Grand Side, just reroll.
Burning a CP to reroll, trying to get all the shots into the warlord to stick.
He's also got 4. I believe he does. Yeah. He's the AM, right?
Yeah,
if he's the AM, he's got.
So that's gonna get me within an inch. It's just that there's
Cool.
where I'll be standing. Fine. He gets in there. These guys are gonna attempt to.
I can't overwatch, last cannon.
Because I was out of line of sight.
2
Unless you have
hits. 2 wounds.
So shooting with the las cannons.
a 7.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll see if I get it back. I don't. Roll the wound.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Next
bad luck.
Medicare.
Alright, next one. Same thing. Hit.
Good.
5.
I still have a unit or 2 back there. Yeah.
And that last shield captain just
What's the...
cannot die.
Yeah.
Don't fail me, Jordan. 2 units.
Yeah, the full
squad.
Going for the whole squad of the Devastators with the knight.
Good game, Dave. Like, damn it. Like, the thing is, your dice have been kind of shitty on you for a while, so if that didn't happen.
No, what's their...
You're not in cover, so I don't get
their
any
toughness?
benefit to hit you.
So,
Normally I get +1 to hit.
Sure, I'll second on
So
that.
hitting on 3
I'll use all my last CPs.
Okay.
We'll get them back. I get 1 back.
T8, so I'm wounding our
Another
class.
1. Up the strength and the
One
AP.
coming in at -3.
What it do?
One game today. Sooner or later it had to happen. D3 damage?
And Oceana. So 2.
3 damage.
There you go.
Minus 2 AP.
Yep, shots. A lot of shots going in there. Looks like 6 of them. Minus 2 AP going into the Devastators.
My army. And like the next FAQ, 2 months later.
So 1.
Factions.
I'll get a CP back.
I was so working for that one.
Sorry, I'll
2,
do
3.
this. All that.
Quite a bit of saves there.
So 3 of them shoot back.
3 are shooting back. Okay, so of the 4 that knight was able to kill, 3 are going to shoot it back. Or he might decide to shoot something else.
Hit. Wound. He just
it a 2?
1/6
Yeah.
check my 6 mana blasters.
Against this?
Oh, that guy. Yeah, sure.
6 mana blasters,
And then 2 on
6
this
equals
guy.
1
Threes,
misses
one.
1 mortal wound.
Threes.
So he's down to 8.
1 wound.
Says,
He's good. Okay, cool.
Okay, Knight is able to save it.
how many do you
Another 3
remove?
inch.
How many?
4. They're all gone. From that unit.
This guy is going to cast Twilight Path
Wait,
on him.
they're all there?
No, I'm sorry. There's the sergeant still alive, but all of the from that. The other unit has 1 last.
Then I'll shoot the silencer.
Yeah, so
Cool.
just gotta see if he can get through.
Yeah, multi-level. Multi-level unit there, so. On the Devastator squad.
Because it's a psychopath.
There's no up there. Down there at the bottom. Yeah, like you do.
It's 5 on 5 hits on one guy. Nah, it's not enough saves.
These guys are gonna see if they can do a 9-inch charge.
Go shout out the last cannon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a different.
It is a totally different unit.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do to make that work.
So on a 3-up, I'll
Yep.
try and shoot again. I do.
Alright.
If I hit, okay.
He'll do
Wound, I do.
and then he'll do another.
You're good.
Another wound going out onto the Knight there, but it was able to save it.
Oh, you killed my guy before I got this.
He's got 3 attacks hitting
Yes.
Good. Oh,
A single hit.
there, sure.
Strength 8.
Shoot it. Strike it.
With 3 rolls.
Shooting.
Shoot it.
Shoot.
Two things you can fight.
Or 3 One wound.
So, looks like the assassin there was able to take out one more from the scout unit.
You got enough to 1 wound in your last
Okay, let's do some charges. Alright, let's get the attackers over there. Or sorry, one guy. Shouts. One guy. He's at fucking 15. Oh, yeah.
Here's my XRT. It's 10 bolt shot.
You removed the sergeant, but you didn't. But you did.
No, I'm sorry. It wasn't the sergeant. I only killed 1. Like, well, you did kill 3. But you killed more. I killed
2 hits. 3, nice. You're a little bit crazy, man.
just 1 wound. I hold 4 up. I killed 4. You killed 4.
He's reflexive.
You did get the we both fell.
I'll reroll one.
You have recon again,
See if
right?
I get a 6.
You have different lines and recon.
Yeah, 2. I'm working them down.
I get one back.
With
How much time do you have left? I was
You wanna talk
about
about
nobody.
everybody. I just shot.
Nope, it's close. I kind of want to talk it out.
Alright, so that assassin did charge into the scouts there. Looks like it wasn't able to clean them up too well, though.
I'm pretty sure I've got this guy locked down. You could put all your attacks into him. He's still got 2 wounds for the single guy, but that's potential.
Not yet, anyways.
If I can squeeze one more
Three,
thing,
three roll.
Minus 2. Yes, so 5 up.
I'm going light on
I'm trying to get brain.
These 3 are
Good luck. Sure. And being still with an 18. And then shoot it there.
Okay, they're all there.
Neg 4 with.
Oh, no, it's my shot.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, one does actually
Most of
Oh, looking up the strength of the weapon there, seeing what the AP of it is. Yeah, seeing if it's -2, more damage got through and they're all dead. But if it's -1, nope, just -1, so one does stick.
So it doesn't matter if I punch back.
all that matters is this guy. So would you like to punch to try and take it off 2 hits? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think they're just pretty much finishing up here.
Yeah, I'll do that. So 2 in here, 3 in here.
But no.
So
Look at cards, man. Fucking cards, man.
Believe it or not.
Okay.
Where is bodyguard? You gotta be kidding me.
they are gone.
Yeah, I'm cleaning up a couple of the scout, the Elysians over there.
Oh, you only roll 3 saves. Yeah, but I don't think it's
Okay, they're all done.
Yep, cleaned them up.
So Kingslayer, you've actually done 1, 2, and
Okay, I think that's it.
And yep, I believe that is the game. That is the fist bump. Well played by both of them there. Some really crazy rolls. Just totaling up the scores there at the end. But I believe, just from looking at it, I think Adam does have it. Based on how many objectives are being held. Yeah, we got 2 that aren't being held. 1 from each of them being held there. So that's 1. Yeah, 1 for each of them, and then Adam did kill more. Neither of them are holding more. And then he might get the thousands cuts secondary. That's the only other one I'm not sure about. I think he did kill 3 this turn though. So yeah, I had you at 9 on last round, Adam. Just a couple more scoring. Oh yeah, last strike. Yep, they're just finishing up now. Totaling up the secondaries. Yeah, pretty expected ending. Voldus did warp into the back line over here. Yeah, and almost took out the Warlord. 2 wounds left on him.
I think he just ran out of firepower.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
Too much damage in that first 2 turns. Yeah. So definitely a lot of volume. He was really dug in to where he was. But a lot off the table too. No, really only there's 1 scout left. All the Devastators are gone.
Yeah.
So interesting game. So the final score for them, 16-8. 16 in Adam's favor there. So well done to both of our players. That was an awesome game. We'll update it here just so we can have it.
Well, I used to, when I got out of the Marine Corps, I did this for a living.
All right, awesome. So yeah, 16-9. Great job to Adam and to all of our players who came down here today. Just awesome. Awesome having everyone play all these games. Had a total of 14 players down for this tournament, so it was really fun to do a team style as well. Not always a team style game, so really interesting to see that kind of format.